Hello, hello, hello. Today I'm going to be talking about Boys Planet once again. We're going to be talking about the first episode of Boys Planet K, which was basically all the auditions and introductions into the contestants. And the third episode of the season will be part 2 of the auditions, but I'm just going to do this one now because I have lots of thoughts and I don't want to make too long of a video. So I'll just make separate videos for each one. So today I'm going to be mostly focusing on auditions that stood out to me in a positive way, but at the end of the day, this is a competition show, and it's like, I don't think that it should be frowned upon for people to give opinions and critiques to the trainees that we're watching based on the abilities that they're showing on the show, because like when you go on a competition show, it's expected that people are going to critique you. It's expected that the audience is going to have thoughts and opinions on what you're presenting to them. So if there's any people that I thought were in like dire need of improvement or like just stood out to me as being not really super great, then I will be talking about that because it's part of the show and it's a part of the process. We're going to be talking about the episode in sections. So we're going to touch on the chair selection kind of pre-audition stage of the episode. Then we're going to talk about the judges. Then we're going to talk about the class placement match, which was all the auditions. And then I have a little fun categories for you guys. And also we're going to be talking about some tea. We're going to be talking about some drama that has been happening that people have been speaking about. And then I'll let you know my top picks this week, who I'm voting for at the moment, and whatever we want. Whatever I want, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. So we're going to talk about it all. Now, like, speaking from the chair selection, like, we start very early on in the episode, and we see, like, a boy getting a drink pouch from his mom before going into his audition, and I feel like that's just very telling of how young some of these trainees are and how some of them literally need to be in school. Like, you need to be in school right now. Like, what do you mean your mom is giving you a drink pouch before you go on Boys Planet? Insane. Absolutely crazy work. My eye was very quickly caught by Park Dong-gyu. His face card's on 10. He's got really great energy, and he just seemed like a really, really kind guy, and he had a nice little warm smile, and I thought that he seemed really sweet and really kind and really amazing, and we will be talking about him more later, because he just, like, he's just it. Like, I don't know what to tell you, like, he just has it. Really, just want to touch on, like, how hilarious I think it is how the men try to, like, assert dominance on Boys Planet. Like, I actually think that it's so funny. Like, the boys that come out and they, like, do tricks and shit. When they first stand on stage, to kind of like assert dominance and like show what they can do and be like, look at me, do a flip. Like, I just think it's so funny, and I can't imagine what the energy of that room is like. Like, being there must be insane. Like, it must be insane. Like, you're sitting there, you're anxious, like your heart is like in your asshole, and then some of the part comes in and he's just doing flips across the floor. Like, what is the vibe there? What's the vibe like? I would love to know. Also, one guy pulled up with a whole entire entourage, and then he came on like a literal whole entire entourage from his high school, and then he comes and he's standing on stage and he's like looking around all nonchalant, and I'm like, what is going on? Actually, what's happening? And when they do like arm wrestling, push-up competitions, height comparisons, stuff to see who will get the seat that they want, when like you're sitting somewhere and somebody wants your seat, they're like, okay bro, let's go right now, push-up competition right now. What? What? Like, this really is Boys Planet. They're emphasizing the boy part. Like, this is boy culture, I imagine. I'm not a boy, but this is what I view boy culture to be, and they're really proving a lot of points right now. Also, I'm obsessed with how like the trainees, like, they'll see like another handsome contestant and they literally will just like fall in love with him. Like, they're all like staring at each other. They're like, oh my god, he's so handsome. Oh my god, like, there's only one dude who was like, I fell in love with a man for the first time when he was looking at one of the other contestants. I'm like, hello, like, it's so funny to me. I think that it's so hilarious, and like they want to be friends so bad. When they see a handsome guy, they like go to talk to him and they're like so nervous. It's cute. The Cube 2010 trainees were literally the peak of the episode for me. Like, they literally gave everything. They gave comedy, they gave talent, they gave persona. They came in with this little tough guy persona, and they're coming in, they're like, oh, we're bad boys. And everybody's like, oh my god, these 2010s are so scary. They're so scary. And it's literally two tiny little 15-year-old boys. And everybody's like, oh my god, they're freaking me out. And it's so fucking funny. And they come in, they're like acting like they're like bad boys, they're all tough. And they sit down in their seats, and one of them is literally so fucking blind because he didn't wear his contact lenses that the other one has to read out like the screen for him so he knows what's going on. And it's so hilarious. Like, Jaehyun is literally blind as hell. Yoonso apparently also is, because he's like, yeah, like, I wore my contact lenses, I told you to wear your lenses, you didn't wear your lenses. And he literally has to read out everything to Jaehyun and tell him what's going on at like every single point in time. Like, when people are walking in, he's like, what's happening, who is that? It's so funny. It's so funny. They're so hilarious. I love it. They're cute. They're my faves. They're literally the boys ever. Those are my sons. I support them. It makes me kind of sad to see already debuted idols on here, and like people who have been coaches in the past on survival shows having to come here on Boys Planet and basically kind of restart their careers from square one. Like, I really cannot imagine how it feels for them to come here and compete alongside people who are literally fans of you and who have like idolized you from your already established career that you've had all this time. But you're still here, like, with these people at the same time. So you kind of feel like you're moving backwards for, like, being here surrounded by people who are literally fans of you. Like, that's insane. That's crazy. And then also I feel, like, super, super terrible for the groups who, like, their companies send them here to promote the group. But then, like, you have to think about, okay, what if one of them actually makes it into the final lineup? Then the group is going to be, like, on hiatus for, like, I think this group's term is like 5 years or something. Or like the group's literally going to end because one of the members now is like in another group. And if the group was struggling that bad that you had to send members on here to promote, losing a member after that to another group is definitely not going to bring your whole entire group back. Like, that's not going to make things better for your group. So it's low-key a death sentence for the past groups. And it just feels really bittersweet. It's like, on one hand, like, sure, some of the members can get like more attention and like more buzz, but then like at the end of the day, the overall group is gonna suffer no matter what. And so it just makes me feel bad, and I just feel sad for them because I feel like it's a really shitty situation to be in. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the judges. Now, I did not know who Kinky was, or that he had choreographed so many like good popular songs, or that he was like as fine as he was. Who is he? I have to get more involved. I have to learn more. I saw him and I was like, oh, interesting. It's interesting to me. It's interesting to me. He is very beautiful. So I will be looking further into him. I will. Also, beautiful Black Queen alert. Kanye is here. She's so cute. She's so excited. She has great energy, and I love how excited the other trainees were to see her. I am not like invested in the dance world, so like I low-key don't know who most of these people are, but I like seeing the trainees be excited, and I like seeing them fanboying over their face and like, oh my god, Kanye's here. Oh my god, we love Kanye. And I like that. I think that's fun. I better not hear any fucking racism from fans if they ever like disagree with her takes. Like, I feel like it's very easy for K-pop fans to resort to racism. I'm gonna say that. And it's happened time and time again. So I hope that no one is mean to her, nobody is racist towards her, and nobody, says anything that the situation does not call for. Please leave this woman be. Please let her live her life. She seems very fun. She's very bubbly with a contest. She's kind of like the Paula Abdul or like the J-Lo of like Voice Planet, where she's like, she thinks everybody's great. She's like, oh my god, yes. She's like, wait, I see the vision, I see the potential here. And then the other judges are like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? I think that the concept of there being a no-star class where the judges are just immediately sending people home is like funny to me. I'm sorry, like, it's getting serious now. Like, you were getting sent home on the spot. And I'm just thinking, how do you recover from that mentally if that happens to you? Like, if I got put in, like, the no-star class, I really think that would ruin my life. And I would never be the same after that. Especially the ones where they're like, oh, I want the extra test. They take the extra test and they still send you home. Oh, my God. No way. No way. Like, that has to wreck you. So I'm praying for those men who get immediately sent home on no-star. Like, I pray for you. And I hope that you can be okay. I really hope that you can be okay, because I would be a mess. It's getting serious now. Like, this is not a game anymore. Like, this is like really, really survival show now. Like, it's getting crazy. But I think these new additions, they're very entertaining. They're very interesting. They're keeping us in it. They said, don't get bored. Don't get comfortable, because anything can happen. The rap master Justice is like not here to play games. He's not here for a laugh. He's not here for a joke. He actually does not give a fuck, and he will say whatever is on his mind. And I really admire that. I think that he's real, and I do think that it is important for the judges to be upfront with these people. Like, don't lie to these boys' faces and be like, you're so great, you're so talented, I really see it. Don't lie to them. Don't lie to them. Be honest with them, because if you're not gonna do it, the whole entire rest of the world is gonna do it if they become an idol and people are thinking that they're not worthy of it. Like, it's gonna happen either way, so I think it's best for you to do it now. That way they can try to fix it, you know? So shout out to all the judges who are like literally gonna tell these people how it is. Okay, now we're gonna be talking about the auditions / the class placement match. Like I said, I will not be talking about every single performance, but just the ones that I had enough thoughts about to write notes on. So Team IST, who sung Misfit, definitely had the spirit. They had the spirit that Park Dong-yu kept talking about. He went on and on about, you need the spirit, you need to have the spirit, you need to have the spirit. They had the spirit. I felt the spirit through the television screen. Okay, I think their dancing was really clean. It was powerful. They had a good vibe. The dance break was really memorable. Runsho in the center, like, he really caught my eye. He ate in that moment, and I said, ooh, okay, yes. They were doing stunts and shit. I was like, what in the boys is going on here right now? It was nice. I liked it. However, I was not crazy about any of them as rappers, unfortunately, but I think they're already great dancers, and they already have really strong stage presence, so I'm excited to see how they'll grow stronger. I'm excited to see how they'll get better, you know, because it is all about the spirit, and they have the spirit, so with the spirit, you can do anything, because it's actually a spiritual alignment that they have because they have the spirit.
I feel like the possibility of all those possibilities being possible is just another possibility that can possibly happen.
So just take a moment and think about that. When they had Dongyu sing a second song solo, his tone was so fucking beautiful. Like, it was gorgeous. And his falsetto was so smooth. Like, that voice was like butter. Like, yes. Definitely would love to see him sing more songs that actually can highlight his vocal talent in the future, because this song was not giving me any of that. I think that he really is like all-star, like he's like an all-star man. He feels like an all-star man to me. Like, he has the stage presence, he has the dance skills, he has heavenly vocals, he has striking visuals, and he seems to be a really good leader who cares about his team, and I really admire that. Like, he is just a kind man. Like, he's just a kind man. Shout out Dongyu, we love you. The MCND vocalists sounded great. I love their voices. They have so much power behind them. However, the guy who was rapping seemed a little bit nervous. I don't know what was going on. And he didn't seem as though he was fully turned on. Like, he wasn't, like, turned on. He wasn't, like, locked in with the rap performance that he gave. And his facial expressions, he was kind of, like, dazed out. Like, he was, like, out of it. He was not in this right now. And I was a bit disappointed by that. But I've only heard a few MCND songs prior to this. Like, I'm not, like, an MCND stan, but I do know of them. And from what I've seen of them, they're, like, really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. But I wasn't looking at it with a critical lens back then, but they didn't have anything that stood out to me as terrible. Like, they weren't terrible at anything. They were good. They were good. So I am not sure exactly what he sounds like at his best, because I didn't, like, single out members of NCND and, like, compare their talent. I don't know what he sounds like at his best. I'll have to go back and check on that. But I do not think that this was it. So I do feel bad if he got, like, nervous or whatever happened that kind of hindered him from showing his best performance. You know? Also, I think that them choosing to dance for their extra test was not the move, because that was not what your problem was. Like, they know you can dance. Your biggest problem was the members' rapping skills, so I wish they would have prepared a second song that would have showcased more of that, so that the judges could see that you actually can excel at a different thing than what they already know that you're good at. You know, because it was obvious that y'all could dance. Everybody saw that y'all could dance. The performance of Boy in Love ate down so bad. That's really one of my favorite K-pop songs. And I was already blown away by Yoonso when I saw his 1 minute PR and I heard his vocals. I was like, this little kid is stable as hell. This is great. This is so good. And then when I saw Jaehyun and his performance, he also absolutely blew it out of the water. Like, he was so good. He said that he was a rapper when they had asked him about his placements, but his vocals ate down also. Like, he also was really, really stable. I think that they had fantastic energy. I think they had really great stage presence. And like I said, both of them were considerably stable. I did think that in this performance, though, Jaehyun was way more stable than Yoonso. Yoonso was, like, a little bit breathy this time, but I think that also could have just been nerves, because in his 1 minute PR, he danced in that too. Obviously not to, like, the same degree that he danced in this audition, but he was stable then when dancing. So I think that, I don't know, he was maybe in his head a little bit. But they both still did, like, a really, really great job, all things considered. I think that the concept of two 15-year-olds outperforming grown men is so gaggy to me. Like, I'm sorry. I can't lie, like, that is a gag. Like, that's cunty of them. I really do think so. And I'm beyond excited to see how they grow throughout the course of this competition because they're already so good. Like, they're so talented and they're so entertaining too. Like, these are the kind of people that I would want to see do variety content because they're funny as hell. And I see them having 3 stars in their future. I do see it and I am kind of manifesting it. I'm confident that the day will come when they have earned that extra star in the eyes of the judges because I see their future and I know that it's bright. I know that it's right. Shout out to the cute babies. Gunna's audition really confused me, if I'm being honest with you, because I found it to be very mild. You know, like, it was kind of blah to me. And the way that they edited it, as if we had just witnessed the greatest performer of our lifetime, like as if Michael Jackson himself was on that fucking stage turning all of his tricks out, like, it was funny to me. It made me laugh because Mnet's manipulation was so clear in that moment. Like, obviously, we know that he kind of has producer support because he's the K Center. Like, you get the K Center because you have producer support. But, like, for them to so blatantly try to convince us that we had just seen the greatest thing ever when it obviously was just, like, a very average performance was kind of insane. I'm not saying that he was terrible or anything, but, like, it was simply just okay. Like, that was the most middle-of-the-ground performance I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And for the judges to be acting like they were so wow, and everybody on to be like, oh my fucking God, what's happening? Like, oh my God, that's so amazing. And for him to easily get 3 stars for that, and for everybody to act like they literally just witnessed the most talented person on earth perform, it, like, had me confused as hell. Like, it actually had me so confused. I'm still confused to this day, bro, because nothing that he did really stood out to me. Aside from the fact that he's, like, beautiful, but, like, okay, yeah, whatever. Chaka 1 was so fun and fresh with their performance. Like, it really gave me a different kind of energy, a different kind of vibe. I already had Yichen on my list of, like, people that I was looking out for after his 1-minute PR because I really liked his energy and his passion and his devotion and how you could literally see the desperation in his eyes while he was playing on those kiddie drums. Like, he wants this bad. He literally wants this bad. I also thought he was a decent rapper, you know? And I'm seeing now that he has really great performance skills as well. With the performance they did of Hit by Mamamoo, him and his partner, Kim Taejo, literally devoured. Like, they were so good. They were so good. They had such, like, a nice, easy, like, cool, breezy kind of vibe. But they were hitting those notes so precisely, and you could see in their faces they just knew that they were eating. Like, they knew that they were fucking devouring, and I adore that. I adore the confidence of it. And, like, seeing people in the moment of a performance, just knowing that they are fucking killing it, I love that shit. I really do like that. I also like how they were kind of, like, androgynous with the performance. Like, the performance felt like they weren't afraid to be sassy or feminine with the choreo, which I really like because they did do a girl group song. And there is a lot of debate about, like, male idols, like, masculinizing. Is that a word? That's probably not a word. Masculinizing girl group dances. They do girl group dances. But I like that they did it as it was. And I really enjoyed that. You know, they were being sassy. They were giving us that hip. Thank you. Period. You ate. Once again, babies are outperforming. Babies are literally outperforming. They're fresh out of middle school and they're outperforming. How could this happen? How could this happen, guys? Who's allowing this? I don't know, but they ate. Why was Great M's performance group literally screaming at me? Why are you screaming at me? Park Nuri is actually out of his fucking mind. He's crazy. And the fact that they've only been training for a couple of months too, but the company saw their face card and they saw Nuri's insane personality and they said, send them now. Send them to Boys Planet right fucking now. And they knew they would get attention. They would get attention. So, like, low-key, like, that is a mistake unless the company's only goal was simply to get their name out there, to get the company's name out there. If that was their goal, then actually you ate with that. But if you came here, you actually expected them to win and you sent them there like that, you're an idiot. You're sick. You're sick and you're twisted, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do such a thing? Why would you do such a thing? Also, the way that they cut the judges' reactions to, like, lackluster auditions, Park Nuri's being an example, Great M's being an example, makes me crack the fuck up. Like, it's actually so fucking hilarious. And that face that Hyolyn kept making actually sent me so fucking bad. Like, it sent me so bad. Also, after they sung Candy by Baekhyun, you can't sing a Baekhyun song and not fucking turn that shit out. Like, I saw they were singing Candy, I was like, okay, I'm ready. I hope this will be good. Because that, like, Baekhyun is not the kind of artist that you can sing his song if you can't sing. Actually, pack it up. Why would you set yourself up like that? That's actually a sick, twisted, evil act. Don't ever do that to yourself again. Stop it. I do think that Nuri is kind of like Dozens Supreme. You know, next time I will be careful what I wish for, because I did say there are going to be a lot of dozens this time. And low-key, I kind of am getting my wish. But I didn't want it. But I was just saying it probably will happen, and it did. And it did. I do feel bad though that he got so nervous and that his tone was actually quite nice at times when he did his extra test. Like, I saw potential there. I really, really did. And I hope that he continues training and he can get better and more confident in being a performer instead of just being like, I'm a visual. And yeah, prayers for that man. That boy. He's like 16 or something like that. 17, something like that. Praise for him. Prayers for him, guys. Can we get a heart in the chat? For Neri, please. Give that man some support, please. Woojin is a perfect man. Woojin is a perfect man, and I knew this. I knew this from the moment that I saw his woman PR video. I was like, that's a perfect man, you know? But then I saw his audition, and I was like, that's a perfect man. Oh my fucking God. Him singing his original song literally almost brought me to tears. Like, my eyes were watering up. They were watering up. His voice is so beautiful, and I feel like it was such a personal, intimate moment for him to perform his original song there in front of everybody. And like, it was just like kind of like a heartwarming moment. Like, I felt that shit in the deepest depths of my soul. You know, I really think that he's super great. I think that he was made to be a star. He has such great vocals. He seems very sweet and kind and nice. He is absolutely stunning. Visually, he is stunning. You know, and I really, really want to see this man succeed. I feel like he has everything. He has everything that he needs. He has everything that he needs right now to build a really, really strong, solid foundation, you know? He definitely is one of my favorites now. I'm voting for that man. I'm voting for that man. I'm voting for that man. He is just kind of dreamy. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, guys, I think I have a crush. Like, he is just it. He's it. This is who Mnet should be pushing for first place. Like, Woojin is that guy. Like, he is that guy. So I'm excited to see what he does. I'll watch him do anything. That's actually my king. Like, that, like, he's so good. Oh, he's so good, guys. I'm blown away by him. Really, truly, truly. Okay. Now, this is a little special, little different, little exclusive kind of category. This is my Starboy of the week. Okay. Now, we're going to do this every single episode. We're going to have a Starboy of the week who is basically the contestant that really caught my eye the most and really captivated me this episode and really just kind of, I don't know, I just think he ate. You know, like, I just think that he gave something that was interesting. You know, like, he gave a little something. He gave a little something. You know, my Starboy of the week, he doesn't have to be in my top 8 at all either. Just someone that owned the episode, in my personal opinion. So I think that, you know, this video, Starboy of the week, let's get a drum roll rolling. There were contenders. There was an honorable mention. Okay, but I think that it's very, very clear who the Starboy should be. And actually, it's going to be split between 2 boys this week. This is never before seen, guys. Never before seen. Because the whole entire segment is never before seen. This has never happened before. The Starboys of the week are Yoonsuh and Jaehyun. Yoonsuh and Jaehyun are our Starboys of the week, aka the Cube Cuties. They are the Starboys of the week. They're literally on the thumbnail of the video. Vote for my sons, please. They ate down. And like I said earlier, they literally gave everything. They gave vocals, they gave rap, they gave dance, they gave comedy. They captivated every single moment they were on the screen. They were so funny. They were so cute. They were so silly. They were so talented. They were everything, you know? Also, them joking and calling the other group who had people born in 2010s like babies. Like, oh my God, they're so little. Oh my God, they're literally babies. What are they doing here? Like, they're funny. They're funny and they're silly. So they are the Starboys of the week. Honorable mention for Dongyu. Dongyu was almost a Starboy of the week until I just kept seeing more and more and more of Yoonsuh and Jaehyun. And so I said, they have to be Starboys of the week. I'm so sorry. They just were it. Like, they were it, and it was so obvious. It was so apparent that they owned the episode, and they were the driving force behind it all. So shout out to Yoonsuh and Jaehyun, the Starboys of the week. Thank you. Vote for them. Vote for them now. Vote for my kids, please, please, please. Now we're going to get into some tea, okay? We're going to get into some allegations. We're going to get into some rumors. We're going to get into some drama. Now, this is a segment that I believe that I will probably call Ty's tea. Because I'm Ty, and this is my tea that I'm delivering to you, okay? Now, all this is alleged. These are rumors, guys. These are rumors that are flying around. Don't sue me, please. Okay, we got 2 things to talk about. So we're going to start with the first thing, and then we're going to go into the second one. Obviously, what the fuck am I talking about? Okay, first tea, okay? First cup of tea that I'm giving to you. Geonwoo has certain allegations coming out about him. Geonwoo has bullying allegations coming out about him, and also there's something about like embezzlement. I don't know what the fuck that part was about. I don't know. I did a little bit of reading about it. I'm not gonna say like too much because I learned my lesson last time to not talk about shit before I know the full story. But if this stuff is true, low-key kind of crazy. So apparently There are past trainees who worked with him who were saying that he was really, really, really unpleasant to work with and to be around, and that he would like act like he was the king of the trainees, and that he would make the other trainees like bow down to him when he came in a room. And like, if that's true, that's actually fucking bizarre, because what the hell? Like, what the fuck is that about? Oh, and there's something about him like being really, really in with the CEOs and embezzlement, something. I don't know what that part was about. That felt random, and like when I was reading it, it didn't really make sense. So I don't know anything about that part. But like, basically, from what I do know, they were saying that he was very rude and mean to the other trainees, and he acted like he was a king. This is alleged at the time, but if that's true, that is insane. And I am interested to see how Mnet will navigate the situation, because it's very obvious they're pushing him to be like the It Boy of the season, and they're pushing him to be first place. So I don't know how Mnet is going to handle this, and if they're going to like shift the angle of the way that they're editing the show, and like him specifically because of these allegations, or if they're just going to kind of leave the show as is. Like, I don't know how they're going to proceed with this, because like you would say, yeah, like it's all rumors, like it's all alleged, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But if they continue to push him like this and be like, this is like the It Boy, blah, 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 and like people who don't know about what's going on vote for him, and then he gets into the group, then the group is going to have like a dark shadow over its head. Because everybody's going to be like, oh, that's like a bully, that's a bully, that's a bully. And then like it's going to be a mess with the group. They're going to have to like pick people out, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to be a Le Seraphim kind of situation where it's like this alleged like bullying rumors is going to start the group off on like a really bad foot. And I don't know if they're going to be able to come back from it. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on. So I am very, very, very intrigued to see in the following weeks how Mnet will shift the show and navigate this certain thing. Because I don't know what will happen. Okay, second rumor, second cup of tea that I'm giving to you. There were a lot of rumors before the show came out about how the trainees were acting through the show, and about like who was going to be eliminated, who was going to blah, 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 how the judges were voting in their favor, and yada, 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 yada. And most of these rumors were about the already debuted trainees, the experienced trainees. And people were saying that allegedly the experienced trainees were acting like they were above the inexperienced ones. And I fear that that is kind of inevitable, actually, with how the show is structured right now and with how it is separating the two groups. You know, they're giving the debut idols 3 stars right off the bat. They're reserving all the all-star seats for them and making everybody else stand up and move down. And like also the fact that they gave the two groups separate waiting rooms and separate rooms when they were eating, it definitely makes sense that there would be this like power imbalance between the two, because the production is making a very, very clear divide between the debut idols and the non-debut idols. You know, and I think that it really sucks for both parties involved, because like I said, with the debut idols, like all the struggles they must be going through with kind of feeling like they should be better than where they're at right now. Like, they're so far in their career, and it's like embarrassing to be here on a show like this, you know. And also with the inexperienced trainees feeling like they're not getting a fair shot because there's people who have already debuted and already so hyper trained and talented and blah, 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 blah. So it must be really, really hard for everybody. But I do, like, there's no excuse for poor behavior and like being mean to like the inexperienced trainees. But I think that it makes sense why that would happen if it's true. Like, if it's true, it makes sense why it's happening, because it's obvious that the production is separating the two groups. At least in this episode they were. I hope that they don't continue doing that later on. They kind of let everybody integrate and blend, because if any of these people end up in these groups, you're going to be starting off in this group again, just like everybody else. You're all going to be on the same level in the group. So let's not do too much. Like, I don't know. But I see how that divide could happen. I see how it could happen. If it's true. If it's true. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about my top 8, my 8 picks for the week. Let's get into it. Who did I vote for? I'm going to show you my little voting screen. You're going to figure it out right now. So I voted for Dongyu because, like I said, he really caught my attention this episode. You know, he was cute. He was talented. He seemed like a very good leader, a nice guy, just a nice, kind guy. I voted for Rensho because I thought that he was really funny. He had lots of silly moments throughout the course of the episode. And I thought that he had really, really great presence, and he was very, very captivating when he was center during the dance break in his team's little group thing. Also, when he was doing like the cuteness battle, like he was funny as hell in that. I thought that was really silly. So he got my vote too. Yuso got my vote because, like I said, I love the cute babies. They literally ate down so bad, and he's just so talented, and he's just like a silly, funny guy. So that's my son. He's got my vote. Jaehyun, again, goes along with Yuso. Like, he's got my vote because he's just a silly, funny guy. And he's so talented, and that's my son. Okay, cool. Yi-chan got my vote. And then Yi-chan's partner, Kim Taejo, because I thought that he also ate the performance. And he was just great, and he was stable, and he was silly, sassy, cute, fun vibe. So I enjoyed that. I voted for Woojin, obviously, because that's my man. Like, I told y'all already, I voted for Woojin. Everybody should vote for Woojin. Like, he actually ate. Like, he is the idol that we've been waiting for. We need him. I need him. Vote for him, please. And thank you. And I voted for Junio, even though Junio's audition video was not in this episode. He really is, like, one of my favorites so far. Like, he really caught my attention very early on from the beginning. I saw his 1 minute PR. I thought that he was really great. And then I saw his Ola Solar fan cam, and I thought that he was a really strong dancer, really great stage presence, really great everything. And so I know that I'll be impressed by whatever he does in his audition. Hopefully, but I do have a very good feeling about him. So I gave my last vote to him. Okay, this is kind of like a side note, but, like, I'm confused about how many members are going to be in the final lineup of this group. Because after they combine Planet K and Planet C, will there be, like, 8 from each planet in the final lineup? Like, are the top 8 from each planet gonna come together and make a 16-person group? Or are they gonna, like, cut it down to make a combined 8 members? I'm confused about that. If anybody could clarify that for me and, like, knows what's going on with that, actually, that would be great. Because it's really not computing in my brain right now. So information on that would be nice. I'm in the process of watching Planet C episode 1 right now. I'm taking my little notes. So that video is coming up soon. That's what I got for you guys. This recording is longer than I thought it would be. Hopefully when I cut it down, this will be bite-sized and listenable. I almost considered combining the both episode 1 videos, but that would have been the same length as the Boys Planet episode. So that would have been insane. I thought I would be quicker going through my thoughts, but I guess not, because I'm a fucking yapper. And so I always have a lot to say. But those are my opinions. Those are my thoughts on episode 1 of Boys Planet K. Please let me know your thoughts down below. Please let me know who you're voting for. Let me know what your favorite performance was. Let me know your favorite dozen. Let me know whatever you want me to know. Tell me whatever you want me to know. And like and subscribe for more content like this. I do plan now currently to make videos about each episode of Boys Planet. I really hope that I can stick to that. I also am working on my other styles of videos. Like I said, gotta keep plugging that, gotta keep promoting that. If you like film, we got videos on film coming out here. If you like music, we got videos on music coming out here. If you like random pop culture, anything, we got that. Video essays, we got that. I'm working on an analysis right now of a classic 2000s chick flick, classic 2000s girly movie, looking at it from the gendered lens. And that's exciting. I'm working on a video right now that's coming out after this one, I guess, or maybe before this one, or maybe at some point it will come out. It actually will come out. My video will debut on YouTube, so be ready for that. Like and subscribe and comment and share with your friends, and let's have a chat, guys. That was great, right? Did you think so? So let me know. Also, side note, my videos are always going to be a couple days after the episodes come out because I have to wait for them to come up on Viki with English subs. So please be patient with me. I'm sorry. I don't know Korean. I'm sorry. Until I have something new to yap about, ta-ta for now.
Sola.